Hi, I'm Johnny. This is Johnny Likes, the show where I talk about movies that I like, usually. Today I'm talking about a film that advertised itself like this.
A film with absolutely no redeeming social value whatsoever. A film that has won not 5, not 3, but absolutely no Academy Award nominations. A film that luminaries like Bergman, Fellini, Spielberg, and Lucas had absolutely nothing to do with. A film that every critic in America has unanimously hailed as a motion picture.
Today, Johnny likes Hardbodies.
You tell him, Johnny. You tell the world.
Beach bum Scotty is getting evicted from his apartment for not paying rent for several months.
Your history here, deadbeat, that's the story. Adios, your eviction notice. Signed, sealed, delivered in person. You're gone.
Wait. Chief, what am I, 2 months behind?
3 months. Today's the first, numbnuts. Goodbye.
Meanwhile, 3 middle-aged guys are moving into the nicest apartment on the strip, with the sole intention of basically having a summer of George. They want to pick up beach babes all summer long. You've got store brand Joe Piscopo as Hunter, you've got drawn from memory Albert Brooks as Rounder, and you've got this guy who I don't really have a clever joke for. His name's Ashby. And they have this problem, which is that they don't have any game, and keep on striking out with the ladies, and rightfully so. They're not especially attractive, middle-aged men trying to pick up college girls. What did they expect? They see Scotty effortlessly picking up some girls, and want to, no need, to learn his secret. Scotty makes a deal with them where if they pay him some walking around money and give him a place to stay, he'll teach them how to pick up girls using his patented bigger, better deal technique. Which is kind of funny because all Scotty is really doing is telling them to advertise that they can offer a more attractive lifestyle than the girl already has. Which isn't even exactly a lie. These guys are all actually rich, successful businessmen. That's how they're able to afford to do this summertime deal thing. Anyway, they're all handing out party invitations, and they're getting girls' numbers by the fistful under Scotty's mentorship, and I'm sure some of those numbers don't even start with 555. They do end up throwing a raucous party, and it's a smashing success for everyone except for Scotty, who gets into a little fight with Christy, who is his recent hookup and he has a genuine connection with. Soon enough, things start to sour though, because Scotty intervenes when Hunter is getting way too aggressive and handsy with Candy, one of Scotty's friends, on the beach.
I mean it. Leave her alone.
Hunter turns on Scotty after that. He immediately kicks him out of the apartment and cancels the deal, and then he starts to interfere with Scotty and Christy's relationship. Scotty does not take kindly to this, and he devises a plan to teach Hunter a lesson.
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
This is billed as a raunchy sex comedy, but is it actually funny? Not really. That's almost always the problem with these 80s sex comedies, is that they bring the sex, but they forget to bring the jokes. This one had a couple little chuckles.
I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs if you don't get out of here now.
Okay.
I mean it.
Let her rip.
I mean it.
Let her rip.
But let's be honest, it's not the jokes or the plot or the acting that is putting butts in seats for movies like this. It's the girls.
Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
This one is interesting in that it was originally produced with the intent of being sold to the Playboy channel. But once the movie got done and Playboy saw it, they said it was too soft for their brand. And it eventually got sold to Columbia, got a theatrical release, and became like a minor hit. Made like $7 million off a budget of between 1 and 2. Not bad. The Playboy influence still shows in the film though. There's lots of very attractive women, lots of toplessness, lots of bikinis, a couple bums. You see Scotty's penis ever so briefly. There's some simulated and implied sex, but nothing graphic. Kinda standard, horny beach movie stuff. I would not advise playing any sort of drinking game involving toplessness in this movie, as alcohol poisoning may ensue. You get your first of the many topless scenes before the credits are even done rolling. On the male side of things, all you really do see is just a little glimpse of Scotty's junk. They didn't even have any, muscle bodybuilder types on the beach in the opening montage, which they probably should have. Basically, it's all just pretty ladies. Not that I'm complaining, I just think it was a little bit uneven.
Acting talent!
Grant Kramer, who you may recognize from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, played Scotty, and I thought he did a pretty good job with the role. He made him into an enjoyable and kind of likable character, despite him teaching guys that are probably his father's age how to pick up girls his age, a little bit sketchy there, and saying things like dialogue women, which, ugh. Teal Roberts played Christy, and she was the only woman with anything close to depth, and she got the job done. She did her best with the part. Very much like the old guys, there's just not all that much to work with. Other notable little things was you get a pre-Friday the 13th Kane Hodder as one of the beach geeks. You also had Malachi from Children of the Corn as Reg, Scotty's best friend. And this was Kathleen Kinmont's first film.
I'm not taking my clothes off.
This is one of those movies from the 80s that exists solely to amp up the hormones of already horny teenagers. And is it forward-thinking? Is it politically correct? Not in the least. And I've talked about a few of these types of films before on my channel. Screwballs, Zapped, Joysticks. This is very much a peer to those films. If you've seen them, that's kind of what to expect here. So here's the deal with this one. I watched this in the middle of a brutal deep freeze in a Canadian winter. It's been minus 25 out every day for the past 3 weeks. It sucks. As I was watching this, between the summertime setting and the gorgeous girls on display, I almost forgot it was bitter cold outside for like 90 minutes. It was a nice little bit of escapism. That's about it. In summary, I enjoyed the overall vibe of the movie, and there was some elements to it that were kind of charming, but it needed more laughs, more hijinks, a better script, even though this one was not too bad. And it was shot fairly well, so there is that. But I'm going to have to rate it at a 2 out of 5. There's no pretending that this is some cult classic or hidden gem. Despite me enjoying it, I can't really recommend it, but I will say that if you look at the poster and go, that looks kind of good, might be a little bit intriguing. Yeah, this movie is probably the movie for you. Everyone else, yeah, still steer clear. It's exactly what it looks like. So those are my thoughts on Hardbodies. You can leave yours in the comments. If you want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. It's quick, free, relatively painless, helps me out. Thanks for watching me talk about movies for a little bit, and you can tune in next time to see what else Johnny likes.